Going, going live. The fleece is on. I have my tea. Cheers. One like already, guys. You lot are getting super quick. Those of you whom watch me. Welcome, Gemma. How you doing? Welcome to 1 hour with PMDB. I done 30 minutes with PMDB yesterday, but I thought it was a bit too short. I think 60 minutes will be the right time this time. Thank you very much, Gemma. I very much appreciate that. I'm glad you still pop in. This is my 31st live stream. Hello, Lynn. Look, Gemma beat you to it. Today, Lynn, you're slacking. Lynn, I thought half an hour yesterday was a bit too short, but I think an hour should be the right time. And 44th video altogether, the 948th one on this particular channel. Yay for an hour, Gemma says. Let's go for it. The 11th installment to my second 2018 series, 31st live video. For those keeping count, probably just me. And like with the first 30 live videos, there's two reasons. Well, I came on because I was bored. No one else was live. And with these live videos, there is no plan other than to interact with the people that come into the chat. How are you two ladies today, Gemma and Lynn? Oh, well, Lynn. I think you saw Debbie's reply to my tweet about the Robert De Niro on Twitter. And I'm with Debbie. Regardless what you think of Trump, what you thought of Obama, I am so bored of celebrities now going on about how much they hate Donald Trump. It's like, yawn. You're boring me. Go back to films. It's getting real boring. I've got friends that don't like Trump. I've got friends who love Trump. But I'm with Debbie. I'm really bored hearing about celebrities going on about how much they hate Trump, like spitting out their dummy because they never got the president they wanted. Boo hoo. Got moving on. Gemma Grace says that's good to know that information. I'm good. Just uploaded my Disney collection. Ooh, how long a video was that, Gemma? My favorite Disney film is The Jungle Book. Always had a soft spot for that film. What's your favorite Disney film? I just want to start singing as soon as I mention The Jungle Book. It's a very happy, feel-good film. I mean, is Harry Potter a Disney film? I've still never seen one Harry Potter, but I've never really seen that as a Disney film. But I know Disney are buying pretty much everything. Robert De Niro, I mean, he's a great actor, can't deny that, but not just him, I'm just sick of him and a lot of other celebrities out there that go on about how much they hate Trump. I think they've beat that drum for what, 2, 3 years now. It's getting tiresome. It's getting real boring. And Debbie mentioned that she didn't particularly like President Obama, but she still respected him. And all this does, all this negativity towards Trump, just makes me love him even more. So, uh, thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Lynn. It's quite ironic I'm favouring Trump while holding a Merry Christmas Miley Cyrus mug, considering her opinion on Trump. Very ironic, I know. See, I love the left and the right. No, I'd say I'm a classical liberal, as Alex Jones and co call themselves. If I have to label myself, yeah, respect them no matter how you feel about them. I agree. And if you dive deep enough into my back catalogue of videos, you'll find me supporting Team Obama back in 2012. You know, but my opinions, my political opinions, have changed over the years. I feel I've begun to wake up more and more. No problem, Gemma. Welcome back. I'm glad you're here. I've seen you in the live chat a few times now, so I appreciate you coming back. Must be doing something right. Lynn, you've been in these live streams a few times yourself. There's going to be no halftime show. It's only going to be an hour, so I'm all yours for an hour, unless my laptop crashes or my neighborhood gets too noisy. The joys of living in a flat. Good, Jim. I appreciate you saying that. I'm just, I love when people say that, you know, they enjoy coming here, they feel relaxed. Lynn says she was a huge, see, Obama supporter back in the day. Um, I mean, I was happy to, I can't lie and change my opinion now. I was happy to see him become president, but my opinions have changed over the years. But then again, back then, I didn't really pay too much to politics and I never watch mainstream news now or mainstream TV in general unless Rangers are playing or when England's going to win the World Cup. But back then, I probably listened to the mainstream news much more. So I not really done enough finding out information for myself back then. I wasn't really interested in politics. I was young, early 20s, 2019. But the more I've dived into politics, the more um, towards the right I've became. I done a really stupid thing last year. I'll never do this again, but I'll hold my hands up to this one. I'm embarrassed of it now. I am embarrassed of it now, considering what what we all have learned about Jeremy Corbyn now. I actually voted for Labour last year. I'm so embarrassed by it. I'm more embarrassed by that than um, doing videos in my boxers. Why did I vote for Labour last year? Because I was so unimpressed with Theresa May. I voted the Alternative Party because I just do not like Theresa May as Prime Minister. A terrible decision by my part. I should have just sat on the fence and not vote at all. I'll never do that again. But I am guilty of doing that, not because I particularly liked Labour or Jeremy Corbyn, but I just was so, and still am, very unimpressed with Theresa May as Prime Minister. I think she's a weak, and one of the worst prime ministers in my lifetime. Gemma Grace liked Obama. I liked Obama too. Lynn the Crazy Patriots fan, that would be like voting for. I know, it was terrible, but to be fair, well, then again, with the information we now know, um, Gemma is a Lib Dem. Lynn, yeah, I made a huge mistake last year, a huge mistake, and I deeply regret it. I should just. I'm not impressed with any of my political parties or leaders at the moment. So if the way things are continuing, I'm just not going to vote at all next time. But it was like pick your poison for me. It was a bad decision. I should have never voted that way. I've got to be honest. Where you going here, Gemma Lynn, is my honesty, and you know, I'll hold my hands up if I've made a mistake or think I've made a mistake. Lynn's daughter is a very liberal Democrat as well. See, people have their reasons to vote for a particular party, and I'm glad they did that for the Autism Act, Gemma. Um, but there was some things like Theresa May was pushing forward that I was really against, and I I just oh. Anyways. Hey, Mr. Boot, how's it going? Welcome to an hour with PMDB. And Mr. Boot reminds me of football, and I saw one of the trends on Twitter was my first World Cup, where people were talking about their memories of their first World Cup they can remember. Well, the first World Cup I remember watching as a fan was the last time Scotland were in a World Cup 20 years ago. 20 years ago. Moving on. Is any wonder I support England now? I'm doing not too bad, Mr. Boot. How are you? I'm happy the World Cup is returning. Finally, something on a TV I'll actually watch. When the football season's off these days, I do not watch. I don't even switch the TV on. Am I going to watch Sky News? EastEnders? No, thank you. I may have asked you this before, Mr. Boot, but who do you think's actually going to win, apart from England, of course? I think it's that embarrassing Scotland haven't been in the World Cup since 1998. 20 years ago, the year when Halloween H2O came out. Now we're getting the one that's going to be 40 years later. Argentina's been. I think I was speaking to a few people in the pubs, clubs, and our family friends. They were mentioning, thinking Argentina's going to do it. Portugal, you sometimes forget about them. I thought Dave D, not stuttering pronouncing your name again, Deputy Dave. Yes, I thought half an hour last night was a bit too short, so it's now been extended to an hour, which I think is more than enough time to spend with me. I don't know about you here. Maybe that's just me. I have a team I hope wins, that I've mentioned a few times, that I'll be supporting. But I'm really not sure who's going to win. But Argentina, I've heard mentioned quite a lot when discussing the World Cup when I've been out and about. Yeah, 30 minutes is a long, not for a non-live video, but when you're live, it passed like that. I then went to go over the 30 minutes as I would have to then change the title of it, and I couldn't be bothered doing that. So my target is an hour. I'll be supporting England too, Mr. Boot. Usually in Scotland, with mostly everybody else, it's anybody but England. And I was on that bandwagon for a while, but since Euro 2012, I've been back in England. I was like, screw that logic. What did this team or that team really mean to me? If Scotland's not qualifying, I'm back in England. I'm sorry. I'm proud to be British as well as Scottish. New England, Lynn? So yes. How are you today, Dave? Hey Jeanette, how's it going? I don't think I saw yourself live earlier on. Were you live this morning, Jeanette? I saw Midnight Raven was live. Hope you're doing well. How's Pixie doing? Yeah, my target is to stay on here for an hour, like the title says, unless, things can happen when you're live, and you can sometimes have to end the stream abruptly. But the target is an hour. And I think that's more than enough time to be live. Oh God. Are you feeling slightly better, Jeanette? Diva Dave D says, I'm good, thanks. Just editing the unboxing videos. Those type of videos I love so much. What is it you're unboxing again, Dave? No, gotta put I'd be the same, Jeanette. I wouldn't go live if I was ill like that either. Portugal, Spain, first day. Who I was gonna ask who you were backing. You've already told me. And I'll be home alone in the coming weekend. Miss being home alone. Guess that'll be the first time for me to try meditating outside. Have fun, Dave. Oh, thunderstorms. I love a thunderstorm. They're so I just love listening to thunder and lightning and the rain outside. We don't get it often here, so um just love listening to it. I am personally ready for American football season to start back. Um when does the American football season start back, Lynn? Portugal versus Spain is oil versus war. I want England to win. I've heard a lot of people saying Argentina will win, but it's really hard to predict this World Cup. Oh yes, the Gorilla Pod. I remember you mentioning that, and you're welcome, Dave. Ha! I guess I'm used to the Scottish accent. Yeah, I could sit and listen to thunderstorms all day and night. Is it still quite bad with you, Jeanette? Ha! She thinks everyone and his dog mowed their lawns around here this weekend. It was quite a good weekend. Well, up here, anyways. Um, I speak Gaelic, Mr. Boot. I just try and stick to the one language. I butcher my own language as it is. Um, I thought last weekend was pretty damn hot here in Scotland, but The weekend before that, I had no fleece on. I didn't even have a top on. I had shorts on, which, you know, I've just got shorts on. You know, it's a damn well hot day in Scotland. So, August, September. So we'll start when I'm in America for my cousin's wedding. I'm not sure. I obviously have heard of Gaelic, and I don't think many people speak it, but I'm not really a history buff on languages. I just stick to the one myself. Lynn loves accents. I love the American accent, being honest. I think it's a real nicey nice, nicey nice. I think it's a real nice accent. All right, Mr. Boot, thanks for popping in by. And if I don't see you again, I hope you enjoy the World Cup. Hope it's a good football tournament. Um, so yes, welcome everyone to an hour with PMDB, my very first live stream, Argentina. Come on, England, come on. I can't wait to just pump out the tunes. Vindaloo, football's coming home. I was such a closet, well, I was going to say Rangers fan. No, I'm very out of the closet when it comes to being a Rangers fan. But looking back when I was a kid, I was such a closet England fan. I really was because I loved that football's coming home song, and um, I remember like deep down celebrating from Paul Gascoigne scored against Scotland, chip over Colin Hendry, blasted it past my personal favourite goalkeeper of all time, Andy Gorham. Euro '96 was the tournament that, my earliest memory of football tournaments. Yeah, same here, Jeanette. I have trouble speaking English, let alone another language. So yeah, that's why I stick to just the one language, and I'm not very good at it. Sometimes, there's a lot of words out there I can't pronounce. Hey, Mikey Mike One, welcome to an hour with PMDB. I thought half an hour was a bit too short last night. 4 hours is never going to happen again. 3 hours is never going to happen again. Hopefully, 2 hours will never happen again. I think 1 hour is more than enough. And I have made progress today, so I felt like, you know what? I've made some progress today in life in general, so I'm going to come on here and chill with you all. Yeah, I mean, we got forced to learn French as well, but I just was not. I mean, there were so much distractions at school, and I never had a good time at school. So I mean, I just had no interest in French. It's not a place I've ever fancied visiting either, so I just never felt the need to learn French. But then again, I've had a mate who's been to Paris, France a few times, and he really thinks it's worth visiting. But I just never like I stick to the one language. As a butcher, that enough. Did you not like over there, Jeanette? School trip. Only the posh kids at my school got away on a school trip. Those that were lucky enough to have wealthy parents. Um, the most memorable school trip I had was in primary school. We went to visit the now old set of Coronation Street in Manchester. Good morning, Green Eyes. How are you doing? Good evening, afternoon to everyone else. Um, we could try a few words if we meet Dave. That'll be fun in Danish. But I butcher my own language as it is. Thank you, Green Eyes. I'll take the compliment. My voice was, you've drank too much and live streamed too much the past weekend when your voice starts to get really sore. I overdid it. I always overdo it. These are so addictive. The instant interaction. I just love the instant interaction. And it's not just about the video, these live streams. It's just, chilling with the community that's seems to be growing. Not just in this live stream or in others. Like I seem to be meeting more and more relatable people I'd never heard of before, so it's great. They took us skiing and I was oh, Jeanette. Skiing, I've done it once and I was dreadful at it. Have you ever been skiing again since then, Jeanette? Um, uh-oh. I was on my backside more than I. Oh dear. That would have been YouTube gold, Jeanette. Oh, Eagle VP will be going live tomorrow morning. Do you know what he's going to be doing with that live video? Or is it just morning chats or live stream? I do enjoy when Jeanette goes live, enjoy when the Midnight Raven goes live, and Eagle VP. I watched his interview with Donny, I think he's called, from last week. I enjoy those type of videos. I watched the replay of Juice My Randomness on Uber Goober's channel. I was annoyed that I missed those live, but I did watch the replay. They were talking about different um, phrases, the difference, some words, what some words mean in England and some what words mean in America. That's pretty good. Coffee morning, although I enjoy those. It's nice to have a chat with people in the chat, listen to what the hosts and those on the panel are talking about. It's always nice and chilled with you two. Probably Diva Dave D. Yeah, I forgot. Well, I wasn't. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you saying that. I wasn't subscribed to Uber Goober Lady, so I missed them. I didn't realize. He did tell me he was going live on Sunday, but it went out of my head. And I was live myself. And by the time I finished my live stream, he was done, so I was annoyed. But Sunday and Thursday, Juice My Randomness is going to be live on Uber Goober's channel. Um, did you enjoy? Well, Mikey Mike won. You see, the logic is, and it was true for the time. The less clothes you had on, the more people watched. Just saying. Just saying. I'm starting to put together PMDB videos volume 3, 201 to 300 from 2011 and 2012. Now, I wouldn't recommend checking out some of my old videos myself, but for those who want to look back and see how much I've evolved since I began on YouTube, now you can. No, well, there's, if you want to see those type of videos, then people have to go watch my old videos. I don't think I've had my top off in a video since 2011. I've evolved since then. I wear more clothes since then. No wonder nobody watched back then. I know. I can laugh at those days. I ruined my own. Oh, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles boxers. Good grief. Good grief. Oh, the stuff I used to do on YouTube. But I'm glad. Well, those videos, some of them, looking back, I was like, oh God, that was quite brave to do that, or that was quite brave to do say this or that. But would I be doing some of the things I did in past videos now? Absolutely not. But some of them are quite fun and to laugh back at how wide I was. Good grief. What a maniac. Maybe I still am a maniac deep down and just hide it better. So we're more than halfway through of an hour with PMDB. I'll be finishing like pretty much on the hour. Green Eyes says, that's okay. You've been on a long time. We all have to grow up. Absolutely. Well, Mikey might be an exception. LOL. Ooh, mic drop there. I just remember when I first joined YouTube, it was like seeing all these YouTubers getting all these views doing videos like I used to do. I thought, well, if they can do that, so can I. Diva, he is cute. Where's my hat? This is the type of hat I need when I start reading Lynn's compliments. There's it. There's my hat. This is the hat I put on when reading Lynn's compliments. Diva, he is cute. Or what he does. Is that what you mean? Lynn, you are far too nice. We were talking about my old fan, who probably is still a fan of mine, but I blocked him on social media. I appreciate that, Dave, but I can be sour sometimes too. Um, I think Lynn, you might surpass fan John in his compliments soon. He used to, if it make me feel like I was the greatest person in Scotland with some of his compliments. So yeah, I hat for when I get compliments from Lynn. Can someone just please call me ugly now, just to knock me back down to earth, please, and say I'm like the worst person ever? No, I am. I want someone to say I am to knock me back down to earth. Oh me. But then again, I think when people do get compliments, I think you should take them because people are quick enough to knock you down. So you might as well, um, take them. I've got a problem with my eyes. That's a fact. Lynn, are you fan John? Does fan John now stay in Canada? I wonder, maybe he stopped watching because I did block him. He was getting too much. There's only so much, and he was a real racist too, Van Jong, which I obviously particularly did not like about him. And he just got too much. One human race in my book. We all die the same, born the same, shit the same. One human race. I judge, like someone said in the chat the other night, I think it was the Dirt Show said it. Um, he treats others the way, or judges others on how they treat others. Actually, I'm really starting to like Mikey. I'd like to think I'm growing up on the important aspects of life, but I do love to have fun too. I do love to let my inner kid out, so to speak, from time to time. There's a group of us drunk, a family friend's house party on Saturday, and what a laugh we were having playing drunken football. It was hilarious. Just good time with good folk. You know what's quite funny? My fan John always had the one profile picture on Facebook, and there were two people in the picture, and I never found out which one he was in the picture. He never made it clear which one he was. So I still don't know what he looks like. No, 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 not all green eyes. As long as you're healthy and happy, that's the main two things in life. And I won't be live again. I'm only going to make one live stream per day. I think that's more than enough. And they're going to be an hour from now on. So enjoy having me in your company, me, my fleece, and I in your company. Mike had a few Johns in his motorhome. Was one of them the John though? I mean, it was nice having someone that was really, really liked you. And I mean, anytime I rejoined Facebook or unblocked him, he always tracked me down. He always tracked me down for years. Um, but I just, I did, I mean, I'm really nothing special. I don't know why he used to message me so much, but he did. But he got too much. He got too carried away, and he was a racist. So I had to block him for numerous reasons. And there was one time I actually accepted him on my Facebook, my old Facebook, and I can laugh at it now, but the arguments he used to get in with my friends was so funny. Like he used to pick an argument with about anything with everyone. Apart from me, of course, I was the best thing since sliced bread in his eyes, but I would get messages from friends saying, please remove Fan John, and I eventually had to cave in. Has anybody else out there had an obsessed fan that messaged him a bit too much and thinks they're like the best person ever? Sends them gifts to bars and clubs that they go to because you don't give out your address. You're welcome, Lynn. We have 20 minutes left of an hour with PMDB. What shall we talk about in these 20 minutes? As I say, it's the chat that makes these live streams work. Mikey Mike 1 doesn't bother with names. How's folks' love life at the moment, anyways? Mine's is non-existent. I haven't met, dated. I don't even think I've kissed anybody in the last 2 years, or not that I can remember. Maybe I kissed someone in a night out. Like nobody comes near me here, and on the love apps, as I call them, it's like drawn teeth trying to get conversation out with some people. I should really move to America. I feel much more loved for you guys. My name is Catherine. Need to pop my hat back on a second, guys. Read Lynn's latest comment. You are still amazing and adorable. I don't care who knows it. You tell him, Lynn. You tell him. Doo doo. I'm still is a struggle deciding what time is best to go live. I totally did, didn't I? Green eyes. Let's see if I can do it again. Catherine. I'll just call you Cat. I'll just call you Green Eyes. There you go. Like Jeanette and I were both saying earlier, we stick to one language, and I butcher it enough. And people were asking if I spoke Gaelic or any other language. I'd keep things simple and stick to the one language, and I still butcher it. Loretto Lynn is my name. Is it really what? Green eyes? Oh, you're talking to Lynn. Silly me. Oh, need to shave. I don't think I'll be out again for a while, for not in Aberdeen anyway. So, Paul, Michael, David, a silly name that is. Too much going on in that name. I feel like my old and new subscribers just know me as PMDB these days, so why change it now? Let's see if anybody else is live at the moment. I don't think they are. Mikey Mike 1, aren't you just bored and tired of celebrities like Robert De Niro? Just, well, like, I don't, I've got friends, I've said at the start of the video, I've got friends who don't like Trump. I've got friends who do like Trump. But I'm just so, like, it'd be the same if I was, President Obama and with celebrities going on about how much they hate him. It'd be the same with him. I think a lot of us are getting very bored of hearing celebrities talk about how much they don't like a president. I remember they used to knock President Bush a lot too. And I sort of agree with Debbie. Um, there should be some sort of level of respect to whomever is president. Is this boy? Does he not have a good background? No, of course not, Green Eyes. I wouldn't be here. I was an accounts assistant. I got made redundant. I've been looking for work, but um, it's gone slow at the moment. Mike, you must have a lot of patience for your type of work. I'm going to feel weird now with the whole obsessed fan conversation saying I need. We're only kids, you're totally different from Fan John. Fan John was in a whole another level. And Green Eye says, Mikey, kids just want love. Mikey one, you're too nice. You're like Lynn. Sometimes you're far too nice to me. I'm very humbled by all these compliments. No, I was just giving you an honest answer. I wish I had a job. I would hate, but in saying that, when there was a time I was working full time, and on top of that, I was going out most of the nights, and I still managed to um, pull out 53 videos in a month out my arse for YouTube. So I can still be very busy on YouTube when I'm full time work and got a very busy social life. I can still do YouTube for those who may get concerned when I do start working again. Where are all the videos going to be? Well, in the past, I still was able to do it. So yeah. Plus, live streams are pretty easy to do. I could still do these because there's no upload time. That's the biggest drawback to uploading long videos when you're busy. It's harder to find the time to do so. But with live streams, I mean, YouTube processes this video for me. So it's all good. I'd like to have a job because it does help with my mental health. It really does because it does get me down some days. I'm not going to lie, it does get me down. Because I've been in some jobs before and like I work circles around these people. How the fuck are they not the ones being made redundant? I've got to be honest. I do get annoyed when people like me get made redundant who work circles around other folk and never gossip about anybody. I think it's like with some places I've visited, went out, it's if your face fits. It's one of those reasons why I've been made redundant a couple of times because my face did not fit. I'm not saying I've ever had the best job in the world or I have been unemployed before, but when the last job I was at, I I I did everything they wanted me to do and then some. And the work did run out, and I guess I became a bit of a pest asking for more work to do. I should have just pretended maybe more, but you know me, I'm too honest. I'm not fake. I don't like BS. I was in the office and there was mostly women, and there's one particular woman used to come in. She, I swear she gossiped for the first 2 hours into the day, didn't do any work, and then after she was finished gossiping for 2 hours, she seemed to do as little work as possible. And it's people like that that seem to keep on to work for years and years simply because their face fits better, or they're not so much a pest. Hey, Dirt Show TV, how's it going? Green Eyes says, sorry for rambling on some of the questions asked. I have two children, and my daughter was so hard to raise, but now my son is the rough one. True, Paul. What? Well, that is true, Paul. Same goes if you're overweight, short, too tall. Yeah, I really do think it is. I'm not saying every case, but I'll hold my hands up. There's jobs in the past I've walked out of, and it's absolutely 100% my fault why I've been made redundant. But in the last couple, it has not been my fault. Um, hey, that sounds like an office. It is, yeah. I think that is like in a lot of offices here. You have people that just seem to gossip for most of the day, sit on Facebook most of the day, do as little work, make themselves look busy when the boss is around, do as little work as possible. And it's those type of folk that keep their job. It's ridiculous. It really annoys me. I'm not saying like I just oh anyways. 8 minutes left of this hour with PMDB. I hope you've enjoyed. Hope you've enjoyed my rambles and rants and the butcher of the English language. Thanks for popping in by Dirt Show. Enjoyed your company in last night's stream. But I don't know, me next job I get, which hopefully is very, very soon. And it probably will be in an office again. Maybe I'm just gonna have to pretend more. I hate saying this, but maybe I'm gonna have to be more fake when in work. When I'm in 9 to 5 or whatever times it is. Maybe I'm just gonna have to be more fake, swallow my pride more, and clock in, clock out. But when I'm out of work, I can be the real me again, I guess. But then again, I'm not saying it's been every occasion. Good. I'm glad. Gemma was mentioning that earlier on. She feels relaxed in here, and I'm happy. People do. Mikey Mike One says, "I really have to leave my job at the door. I've gotten hurt many times by people I get emotionally vested in, but it's human nature. Absolutely. And by the sounds of your job, Mikey Mike One, it must be extremely difficult to, do that. And you must have a lot of patience. I would not have enough patience to do your type of work, Mike. People think I do and would be good at sort of jobs like that, but my patience do run out. They do run out. Someone mentioned it could be sweet sometimes, but I can be damn sure sour too. You better believe it. I was a bit sour reading about Robert De Niro today. I was like, good God, give it a rest, Robert De Niro. Who cares about you anymore? Good grief. Talk about hanging on to your fame. My husband works in a factory and he gets so annoyed when his co-workers start messing around and not doing their job. See, I think that's completely disrespectful. If you're employed and you're getting paid to be there, you should be doing the job. You shouldn't be on Facebook. You shouldn't be gossiping about this woman or this man or whatever. You shouldn't be faffing about for a couple hours before you actually start working and doing as little work as possible, but pretending at the same time you're really, really busy when you're not. I could write a sketch on some people I've worked with. I really could. Thank you, Lynn. I'm going to have to put my hat back on for Lynn's compliments. I'm going to read this out one more time. Hat's going back on, my compliment hat to hold down the huge ego I'm growing because of Lynn and others. You are a sweetheart, Paul. That is true. I know for a fact that you are. Diva Dave D says, my dad keeps setting people in their place at his workplace. Good on your dad. That's the way to be. The Dirt Show TV says, that's why I learned how to operate heavy equipment so I don't have to deal with co-workers. I need to start doing that. It's just me and the machine, and I bet you the machine doesn't answer you back. All right, I've got 3 minutes, a 3 minute warning, and we'll be ending it on the 60-minute mark. It's 57 minutes with me. I've been on the air, rambling, ranting. Oh no, those 4 hour streams are now officially a thing of the past. I think 4 hours, 3 hours, way too much. And I'm only going to do one a day. I'm not sure what particular times it's going to be every day, but I'm going to try and pick the best time to come on where I think I'm going to get the most people in. So it might not be the same time as today, like, if I go live tomorrow. But when I do go live, it's going to be an hour. I tried half an hour yesterday, briefly, but it was way too short for a live stream. So I think an hour is a good number. We've had a nice chat. Lynn doesn't want to go yet, but I'm sorry, Lynn. I think I want to get into the habit of not going overboard. Because I mean, these lives can get addictive, and it can get addictive staying on. They're as much fun as it may be chatting with you all, and I do have great fun. That's why I keep doing them. It's not very productive for me personally. Yes, I'm itching for more people to do a live stream because it only seems to be me and a select few others at the moment that I'm subscribed to, anyways. So yeah, Green Eyes, Lynn, Dirt Show, Diva Dave D, whoever else is here. I think one of you should go live next. Right, just seconds to go for this live stream. 7 viewers, 7 likes. It's all adding up. Well, thank you, Dave. I appreciate that coming from you because I think you're a very talented young YouTuber yourself. So when I get a compliment from people like you, it really means something. Right, 10 seconds, and I'm going to do my goodbyes, and I'm going to end the stream. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for popping in by once again. And thanks for sticking with me. Bye-bye, folks. I'm out of here. God